Hi, it's Marina, the Soul Alchemist. It's time for Pick Your Own Card weekly guidance for the 28th of July through to the 3rd of August. We are now really starting to hit the Lionsgate energies, Leo season. So we've got all of this beautiful, really strong, powerful, confident energy, solar plexus energy, boldness, fun really coming through. So we're not quite at the peak of Lionsgate yet, and I will do a Lionsgate special the following week to support you with those energies. But for the moment, we are going to look at the end of July going into the 3rd of August. So this week we are looking at cosmic connection. So, how can you create more cosmic connections in your life at the moment that is going to help you in all of the ways, both in business, both at work, or in your personal life, family, friendships, soul tribe, partnerships, collaboration? We want to have ideally that cosmic connection where it feels really good, it feels really juicy for everybody involved. So we're looking at potentially those things that maybe are just not supporting a cosmic connection. And we have the bonus card this week, which is going to give you the step to really help bolster the cosmic connection for you. And I just want to give a little personal shout out to a regular watcher, and this is for Kian. I hope you well, Kian. And yes, we have a beautiful cosmic connection because we have a very similar birthday date, which is amazing. All right, so without further ado, we are going to tune in. So we've got cards 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to reveal the messages, themes, and energies now, supporting your cosmic connection. So if you've picked card 1, I've picked card 3 as my main card. And I would encourage you to listen to all cards just to kind of get that full, rich picture. Now, if you pick card 1 as your main message, this is actually in the chamber with this particular deck of cards. I'm using the Akashic Oracle card deck, which is a modality in a box. There's 7 chambers in these particular cards and 7 cards within the chamber. The way that I like to use the Akashic records and segment the themes and the different aspects of human life is to do it by what I call a chamber. And we go into a particular chamber to really focus on that area of life. And this particular chamber is all about love. So card 1, for those that have picked card 1, it's coming from the love chamber. And remember, this is going to support your cosmic connection, and it's compassion and empathy. So there may be a requirement to have more compassion and empathy to a particular connection, relationship that you have, or that is being released at the moment. Having more compassion and empathy for yourself, and maybe like the decisions that you've had to make, they may have felt a little bit challenging, a little bit difficult. There may be a sense of guilt that's still attached to that. And so this card is saying have compassion and empathy for the situation, for yourself. What I also got with this particular card as well was that there potentially is some more heart healing to do in order for you to be open and available for different cosmic connection. Sometimes when we haven't maybe gone back to address some really painful moments, and I would suggest if it's feeling very painful that you get the appropriate support to help you with that. But quite often we can avoid wanting to go into looking at past breakups and things like that because it feels painful. So again, we would approach that with compassion and empathy, but this card for me is saying that there is an opportunity here to do some heart healing around relationships in order to then be able to open up to new cosmic connections, not going back to old people. This is about healing the heart, working through the heart wall, because we place up protection and barrier around our heart chakra in order to protect ourselves, because we have been hurt, a lot in past lives. And, this is potentially a past life opportunity as well to heal heart wounds from past relationships, not just this lifetime, but other lifetimes, and start to allow, be able to be in a position to allow more compassion and empathy and softness for yourself in. Quite often when we have this harsh, judgmental, or we shut down, it's because we just don't want to open ourselves up, because we fear that we're going to be hurt, heartbroken, that there's going to be a real release maybe of grief, and there's a fear around doing that and just really being in that position. But this card, if you've picked card 1 in particularly, this card is saying it's time to do some of that work. And as I already mentioned, always seek out somebody that can support you with that. If it's definitely, if you've not done any work really on your own before, definitely get somebody to guide you. And if you're not sure, please reach out to me, and I can definitely, if it's not something that I can do, I will definitely put you in touch with recommended, very ethical and really good healers and counselors, or whatever it might be, therapists. Okay, so compassion and empathy is your first card. If you picked card 1 as your main message, let me know in the comments below how this is landing already. Don't forget, Cosmic Connection is where we are going this week. So if you've picked card 2 as your main card message, then for cosmic connections for you, to invite more cosmic connections in, or to maybe elevate really good relationships that you have at the moment, there's an opportunity to release vows of poverty. Now, it may not just be poverty vows that you've got going on here. It could be suffering and sacrifice as well. It may be silence. It may be chastity. All of these can be made with people, because we can make a vow to, and what I'm really kind of picking up here is old marriage vows. So again, past life, but it could be present life as well. And vowing to be in poverty. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be about money. It can be around time. It can be around love. It can be around desire and pleasure. And, sometimes that may have not been acceptable with the person that you were marrying into, or the family that you were marrying into. And so there was some kind of sacrifice that you needed to make, where you were putting yourself in lack, where they needed you to dim down in some way in order to be accepted into that marriage, into that partnership. And so this card, if you've picked card 2 in particular, is calling for you to release those vows of poverty, vows of suffering, sacrifice, silence, or chastity. And so there's an opportunity here for you to do that in order to bolster or invite new cosmic connections. When we have vows, what we are likely to do is to not really be able to expand into the fullness of who we are and the fullness of the more appropriate relationship that we want, or connection. And we're going to be a vibrational match for the type of connection and relationship that we had when we made that vow. And we've moved beyond that. We want different things. We want more. We want to have a fulfilled experience with people that are of the same vibration or same interests, that respect us, and vice versa, we respect them. But if we've got vows where we're vowing that we can't have that, or that we have this vow connected to somebody, then there is this like energetic blockage that's there, that's not going to be supporting you then creating fulfilling cosmic connection. So if you have these cards, then what I invite you to do, if you've picked card 2 in particular, is to work with the card. Leave the card out. For your highest good, ask for any vows of any kind, any type, to be released from your Akashic records, especially those that have been made to people, maybe partners, wives and husbands. But it may not just be vows of poverty to partners. If we think about cosmic connection just in an overall thing, it can be like parents, it can be children, it can be our siblings. So generally, I would just say any relationship vow that I have made, I want it to be released for my highest good. And I'm going to use this card and the healing portal in this card to activate this in my Akashic records. And then ask for the void space, which will then be created because you're releasing the energetic frequencies of the vow and what that represents. Replace it with abundance, replace it with, I don't know, compassion, unconditional love, fulfillment, whatever high vibrational energy or intention you would like to then experience with your cosmic connections to others or yourself, then that's your alignment frequency. So, vows of poverty. Let me know how this particular card is landing. If you've not listened to cards 1, then I would encourage you to go and do that as well. Let me know if you've got any questions. Let me know what the cards are that you are picking. Place them in the comments below. I would love to hear. Okay, so if you have picked card 3 for your cosmic connection theme this week, this is about community, this is about tribe, this is about family. And so this card is saying for cosmic connection, this is about you finding your tribe. It's about being with your soul family. It is about being with aligned groups of people, or maybe just, you know, another person, a friend, somebody that maybe feels like a sister or a brother, but they may not be blood. But this is about not feeling like you have to do it alone. That's not a cosmic connection. This is not about separation and feeling like you have to be isolated, or, you know, there's the sense of loneliness. And you know, and if that's the case that you are experiencing that, then this card is saying for cosmic connection, this is encouraging you to start to connect with others. And you know, for some people, there's the kind of reluctance to do that because they may have experienced, you know, some bad experiences with people, you know, where they've been betrayed or done over or manipulated, or it's just really, you know, it's just not a very good connection. And it might just feel like there isn't people out there for you to lean on or to ask for support. But this card is saying there is. You may just need to look in different places and spaces for them. And also, if it's a brand new connection, so if you're going into, say, a social media group, a Facebook group, for instance, a community, or a community in your kind of local town, connections take a little bit of time also to build up. It's not like, usually it's not like we have an instant connection. We may have an instant spark with somebody, but then to have a friendship develop from that, for instance, it's going to take a few more times to meet that person face to face, have a conversation with them, say on WhatsApp or Telegram or Messenger, telephone. Does anybody use the telephone anymore? Let me know. But this card is saying there is people around you, there is your tribe, but it may just mean that you need to spend a little bit more effort, aligned effort. It shouldn't feel like drudgery, to start to make those connections. But then this brings in this beautiful energy of healing. It brings in this sense of feeling connected and not on your own, this sense of being held. Cosmic connection for you, that if you've picked card 3, I've picked card 3, it's about community and feeling those cosmic connections, those sparks, feeling like you're accepted and you're welcomed. For us, it's going to be in groups. It's going to be in tribe. It's going to be in groups of people. Yeah. So let me know again how that card is landing. I would love to hear. Of course, if you want to get your own Oracle card deck, it is a modality in a box. It comes with a masterclass to help you get started and attune you to the cards with Archangel Metatron, which is really important. We do a whole big clearing around clearing any persecution or fears around connecting with the records, connecting with oracle cards, opening up your psychic gifts. And also it comes with a key, which you can, if you want, to turn into a pendulum that we can then activate karmic healing with. And I show you how to do that as well. For some people, they like to just use that as a totem so that they know that they're going into the Akashic records. And even one of my beautiful clients has this as a key around their neck, and they wear it as a necklace. So there is a link below for you to actually get that deck of cards as well. So bonus card, this is going to give you your action step. It's a simple action step to support cosmic connection, whether that's with the heart healing and being able to tap into more compassion and empathy for a situation or yourself. If it's vows, we've already talked about how to go about clearing those if you've got the cards. Vows of poverty or other types of vows to people, and start to release those to then allow more cosmic connection to come in. And card 3 was about group. It was about community. It was about soul tribe. Now, your simple action step from the bonus card. Now, this is a 22 in terms of number. It comes from the spirituality chamber, and it is soul alignment. So 22 is all about the architect of change. And when we think about the architect of change with cosmic connection, then this is about you building and creating connection that help you to maybe facilitate change in your life. Then it might be just as simple as that the connection is different to what you already have, and that is the change part. But this is about building new connection enhanced connection, cosmic connection that really supports soul alignment. So soul alignment as a simple step for those 3 cards is to basically tune in and just feel into, sense, tune, meditate, visualize, journal onto whether the cosmic connections that you have at the moment, all of those types of different relationships, do they feel soul aligned? Do they demonstrate soul alignment for you? Can you feel the heart connection? Maybe for some of you, it's a logical connection, but does it still feel aligned? As in, does it feel good? Does it feel like there's an equal exchange of energy between the two of you? Now, I know that with family relationships, it can be slightly different because there is a sense of duty, maybe for some of us, obligation, things to honor as family members. But there is still an element of soul alignment within that. And so if there is this sense of duty or obligation to looking after a parent, for instance, how much time are you actually doing that? And are you giving too much to the point where there's a sense of resentment? And what I would say to that, because it might be that you can't reduce any of your time because it's just not possible, then it's ensuring that the other times that you have, the other space that you have, are you doing soul aligned things that helps negate that sense of duty or obligations that you have? So you're bringing in that soul alignment potentially in another way that just helps to bring in that balance. So this is about balance of soul alignment. Where are there relationships that are not aligned? Because this card is saying for cosmic connection, and we've got all of this beautiful galactic energy here, for cosmic connection, there's even more of a call for it to feel soul aligned, be soul aligned through the connection that you have, through the exchange of energy, through the conversations that you have. And I think where we are in our ascension process and, our consciousness and the awareness that we have and like our spiritual journeys and things like that, it's becoming even more noticeable when things are not soul aligned in our friendships, connections, and relationships. It's becoming harder to maintain a relationship that doesn't have a sense of soul alignment in some shape or form. it'll become more noticeable. It will feel more off. There will be more disruption, perhaps, more arguments, less sense of harmony and peace. And this card is saying, have a look at your cosmic connections, relationships, friendships, all of those things, and do they feel soul aligned? And just focus potentially on one that feels the least aligned, and what is the honest step or awareness that you need to take, or realization or admission that you need to make to yourself. Just the admission of where that relationship or connection is on the scale of soul alignment, 1 being this is not aligned at all, and 5, this is epic. It couldn't be more aligned. Where is it on the scale of that? And that's just going to help you then just to maybe just bring awareness at this point around it. The next step will be then to be like, well, why am I staying in that connection? What am I gaining from that connection, even though it feels hard and it's not doing anything for me? What am I actually getting from it that keeps me in there? Because there is going to be something there, and it could be a fear. It could be that there is a dependency that's connected to that. And this is just giving you information. It's not for guilting. It's not for shaming. It's not for anything other than having that awareness and that information, because that actually then gives you some kind of thread to work on to actually start to maybe step away from that relationship or connection, or start to realign it. This is about you getting your power back in these types of, situations or relationships. So soul alignment, it potentially can feel quite a big step, but it's basically saying, what aligned relationships and friendships do you have, and what are not? Which one can you start to realign or release? And how are you going to do that in the most beautiful, graceful, gentle way possible? And this is all about micro steps. We don't have to take big leaps, because it has to feel aligned, and it has to, if it needs to be done slowly, and whatever that alignment is, then that's perfect. It's all perfect. Okay, so let me know how these cards are landing. Let me know about your cosmic connections, and, what one person do you have in your life at the moment, in any kind of relationship dynamic, that is your cosmic connection. I've got several soul sisters, obviously other half, that is a cosmic connection. And, there's support in various ways. No one person gives you all of the support that you need. No one person can fulfill all of those requirements, and there shouldn't be an expectation for one person to be able to fulfill all of our desires, needs, and wants, because it puts a lot of expectation on that person. However, we are brought up to, we think about all of the fairy tales and the happy ever after and the happy ending where, the princess gets the prince and vice versa. And that one person then fulfills all of their needs. That's how it's portrayed, and that's how we then take it on board. And it's simply not true. That saying of it takes a village to build, bring up a child, that is really, for me, geared towards the fact that no one person can fulfill all of that child's needs. It has to take various amounts of people. And it's the same in a relationship. It's the same in all of our relationships. No one person can do the one thing. So you might want to just drop in somebody's name for the cosmic connection. But, if there's several names there, then pop them in as well. All right. So love and blessings, everybody. Have a beautiful week. I hope that you found this useful. Can't wait to hear about how this supports you over the next 7 days. And don't forget, if you have the Vows of Poverty or any of these cards, actually, if you have the cards and you've picked any of these cards and you need to do some healing, use that appropriate card to support you. Just leave the card out, for 24 hours, ask for the healing portals of the card to support the shifts on the theme of what I've shared, and then just allow it to do its magic. All right, so love and blessings, and I'll speak to you soon.